Hey, what do it, y'all? Swish Entertainment, we on tune to all y'all favorite rappers and celebrities alike. But first, I need a little favor done for y'all first. Please like, comment, subscribe to this video, hit the notification bell as well. That'd be great. Search the channel and put y'all on tune to this story. Now, today we'll be talking about both music moguls Jay-Z and Diddy, as a lawsuit with serious allegations filed on the date of October 20th in 2024 has officially been rescinded. The accuser of Jay-Z and Diddy, going by the pseudonym of Jane Doe, will file her documents in federal court and voluntarily have her case dismissed with prejudice. With Jane Doe having filed her documents and made the decision to dismiss her case, this will make a refiling of that case no longer possible. Now, Jane Doe, along with her attorney, had originally filed their lawsuit on the date of October 20th, and then it will be updated on the date of December 8th. Now, the original lawsuit filing had claimed that Jane Doe, at the age of 13, had attempted to attend the VMA's event on the date of September 7th in the year 2000. However, upon having arrived at the 2000 VMA's event entrance, she was unable to gain access and she was too late. Somebody who would allegedly work with Diddy will end up driving up to the woman and will have a conversation with her. This driver will leave for 20 minutes and he will return to pick her up and take her to a 2000 VMA's after party after she had agreed. Upon having arrived at this 2000 VMA's after party, Jane Doe claims that she was in front of a white house. Once the teenager had allegedly gained access to the 2000 VMA's after party, Jane Doe claims that she was asked to sign a non-disclosure agreement. Jane Doe states that many celebrities were in attendance of the 2000 VMA's after party and says that she had came across two pop rock artists, which were the Madden brothers, specifically going by the names of Joel Madden and Benji Madden, who are the founders of the rock band Good Charlotte. Jane Doe, venturing further into her story, says that she was offered a drink, which she claims was spiked. When she had taken this drink, she says that she had felt dizzy and drowsy. Next, she later says that she ended up entering a room and will end up lying down, in which both Diddy and Jay-Z will end up entering the room. Jane Doe also claims that an unknown female celebrity was alongside the two male rappers. Jane Doe after this says that Jay-Z had performed acts of sexual assault on her, while both Diddy and the unknown female celebrity had watched. Diddy had allegedly ended up taking his turn following Jay-Z, and during the forced sexual act, he had attempted to make her perform oral sex on him. Jane Doe states that later on into the act of sexual assault that she was able to deflect Diddy's advancements and escape after she had grabbed her clothes. Jane Doe then claims that she was able to escape the household and flee to a gas station and will get into contact with her father. Upon having contacted her father had allegedly driven to pick her up and rescue her. Now, when it comes to this lawsuit, which was originally filed on the date of October 20th, as previously reported, Jay-Z was not named, but instead referred to as an unknown celebrity alongside the unknown female celebrity. Now, with this lawsuit filing having been updated on the day of December 8th in 2024, many inconsistencies were found in both Jane Doe and her attorney Tony Buzbee's story. For one, both Jane Doe and her father had done an interview on NBC in which the father would claim that he has no memory of having taken a long drive to pick up his daughter late at night. However, the father did make it known that he remembers taking a brief drive to pick up his daughter at night. It should also be taken into account that both Jane Doe and her father lived at a residence that was 5 hours away from the VMA's after party that Jane Doe is being said to have attended. So with this key detail being provided by her father, it is very likely that Jane Doe's father would have remembered driving such a long distance to get to the city of New York to pick up his daughter from a location close to the 2000 VMA's after party. Jane Doe will later dismiss her father's statements, saying that he has trouble remembering certain things and will reveal that they have argued many times about the subject within their household. Next, a representative had come forward to speak on the behalf of the Madden brothers, which, as I previously stated, were brought up in Jane Doe's story as people that were in attendance of the VMA's after party. The Madden brothers representative has stated that the brothers couldn't have possibly been in attendance of the VMA's after party as they were on tour in the Midwest. Lastly, both photos of Jay-Z and Diddy on the date of September 7th in 2000 were discovered, which is when both the VMA's and the VMA's after party had transpired. The photos will serve as proof that both music moguls Jay-Z and Diddy were not located at the 2000 VMA's after party. Jay-Z, for one, was found to be at a popular New York City nightclub that night. New York City rapper Jay-Z will end up putting out a public statement in response to the lawsuit having been dismissed, saying today is a victory. The frivolous, fictitious, and appalling allegations have been dismissed. The civil suit was without merit and never going anywhere. The fictional tale they created was laughable, if not for the seriousness of the claims. I will not wish this experience on anyone. The trauma that my wife, my children, loved ones, and I have endured can never be dismissed. This 1-800 lawyer gets to file a suit hiding behind Jane Doe, and when they quickly realize that the money grab is going to fail, they get to walk away with no repercussions. The system has failed. The court must protect victims, of course, while with the same ethical responsibility. The courts must protect the innocent from being accused without a shred of evidence. May the truth prevail for all victims and those falsely accused equally. So Jay-Z in his public statement, he decided to acknowledge his name having been cleared and will give a nod to the fact that both him and his family had to go through a traumatic experience. Just imagine the stress and unpredictability that both Jay-Z and his family had to endure due to the rapper having been faced with such serious allegations. Jay-Z also made sure to challenge the system, making it known that both Jane Doe and her attorney Tony Buzbee were able to walk free with no consequences following them having dismissed their lawsuit. Jay-Z will close out speaking in favor of courts ruling ethically and providing protection to innocents being accused without a fragment of evidence being presented against them. Jay-Z's attorney Alex Spiro also spoke on their victory and Jane Doe and Tony Buzbee having made the decision to rescind their lawsuit, saying by standing up in the face of heinous and false allegations, Jay has done what few can. He pushed back, he never settled, he never paid one red penny, he triumphed and cleared his name. So to no surprise, the attorney Alex Spiro had given praise to his client Jay-Z for having prevailed when faced with adversity. Diddy's attorneys had also spoken on the dismissal of Jane Doe's lawsuit, saying today's complete dismissal without a settlement by the 1-800 attorney is yet another confirmation that these lawsuits are built on falsehoods, not facts. For months, we have seen case after case filed by individuals hiding behind anonymity, pushed forward by an attorney more focused on media headlines than legal merit. Just like this claim, the others will fall apart because there is no truth to them. Now, when looking at these statements provided by Diddy's attorneys, they had given a nod to the numerous lawsuits that were filed by anonymous accusers under the attorney Tony Buzbee. Diddy's legal team had also suggested that Tony Buzbee had prioritized making headlines within the media over legal legitimacy. Diddy's legal team remains adamant that the main lawsuits that has him faced with many allegations will all be proven as falsified as well. Jay-Z also made sure to accuse Tony Buzbee of having attempted to financially exploit him over two different allegations. With one allegation of course having been dismissed that would accuse both Jay-Z and Diddy of having sexually assaulted a Jane Doe in the year 2000, while the other allegation never made an appearance in court. With one allegation of course having been dismissed, which would accuse both Jay-Z and Diddy of having sexually assaulted a Jane Doe in the year 2000, while the other allegation was never presented in court. In documents filed by Jay-Z this week, the rapper will claim that Tony Buzbee has sent them two demand letters in the month of November in 2024. One letter again was about Jane Doe accusing Jay-Z and Diddy of having sexually assaulted her at a 2000 VMAs after party in 2000 while she was at the age of 13. While the other letter would have a John Doe accusing Jay-Z of having sexually abused him at a 2015 Beverly Hills party while he was at the age of 16. The anonymous John Doe had also made the claim that an unidentified individual had drugged him at the 2015 Beverly Hills party as well. Jay-Z has now called the allegations in the two letters both ridiculous and false. Jay-Z also accuses the attorney Tony Buzbee in the two letters that he has sent him of having demanded something of substance in order to address the situation. Jay-Z continuing forward will state that he perceived Tony Buzbee's demands as a request for money as a way to buy their silence. He also referred to Tony Buzbee's two letters speaking on the allegations as blatant blackmail attempts. Jay-Z would also accuse the attorney Tony Buzbee of having intentionally filed the lawsuit concerning Jane Doe on the eve of Blue Ivy's Hollywood premiere for the Lion King prequel known as Mufasa. Jay-Z also claims that Tony Buzbee having filed the lawsuit, which will consist of serious allegations against the rapper, will put him in a difficult position of quote-unquote having to choose between supporting my daughter or hiding to avoid the negative press coverage. Now, Jay-Z did in fact make an appearance at his daughter Blue Ivy's Hollywood premiere, and he did take photos with both his wife Beyonce and his daughter Blue Ivy, but he did not answer questions from the media. Jay-Z, dating back to the month of November, had decided to anonymously file a lawsuit against Tony Buzbee, accusing him of extortion. Later on, Jay-Z will end up making the revelation that he is the one that filed the lawsuit against Tony Buzbee, in which the attorney would try to have the lawsuit dismissed. With these new documents that the New York rapper had filed this week, it seems to be an attempt to keep his lawsuit dating back to November of 2024 afloat. In order to maintain the relevance of this case, he has brought forward the new documents to continue combating the attorney Tony Buzbee. Jay-Z has spoken on his perception of the demand letters that Tony Buzbee has given him, saying that he viewed them as an existential threat to my reputation, my career, my family, and everything else I have spent my life achieving. Despite Jane Doe having made the decision to back out of her lawsuit and ultimately dismiss it, Tony Buzbee still maintains his stance against the rapper Jay-Z. Tony Buzbee has even spoken directly on Jay-Z's lawsuit that he had filed against him, saying that we expect that lawsuit, which is frivolous, to be dismissed. So with recent events, it is quite evidently clear that Jay-Z's name has been proven as innocent. However, to this point, Diddy still remains under incarceration, and given that this lawsuit has been dismissed by Jane Doe, Diddy is still faced with a slew of lawsuits filed by other anonymous people. Yet it is still within good grace to see that the rapper Jay-Z's name was cleared and his reputation strengthened, given that the allegations that he was faced with no longer has anyone backing them. But yeah, let's go. Cap out what y'all think in the comments. What do you guys think of the anonymous Jane Doe from Alabama having made the decision to dismiss her lawsuit against both Jay-Z and Diddy? Do you guys think that the rapper Jay-Z will be able to win his lawsuit against the attorney Tony Buzbee, claiming that he had attempted to extort him? And to cap that off, do you guys think this lawsuit having been dismissed will do significant damage to the attorney Tony Buzbee's credibility? Let all that be known in the comments, y'all. That's gonna do it. I'm out.